Did you catch any of the Xbox showcase or follow any of that?
I didn't watch the actual show. I think I probably saw some of the articles on IGN as
Mm-hmm.
they were posting the trailers and stuff. I mean, the main thing that jumped out at me, I guess, was the Age of Mythology remake.
Oh yeah. It's funny, in college I was such an Xbox fanboy and really preferred it over PlayStation, and now even though I have all three current consoles, the Switch and the Xbox mostly just gather dust. But I'm excited about Black Ops 6 actually,
Hmm.
because I played a ton of that back in college, Black Ops 1 and 2.
I never really followed those.
Which one of these do I talk to? This guy.
I have nothing left to teach you, Padawan, though a Jedi is ever learning. Even the Masters know their training is but in its infancy. Now is the time for you to seek wisdom outside the training chambers. The lessons that yet await you are to be found beyond the walls of this academy. You should speak to the Council, Padawan. Now that the
Okay.
first stage of your training is...
I thought you were part of the council because, like, you're all standing here together. I'll talk to Vandar here.
It is good to see Johnny has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and
Yes.
Bastila shared.
About
When we
time.
heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for.
And did they find it? I'm assuming I should go with Bastila on this particular mission.
We do not
Probably,
know.
yeah.
That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there anything else you want to know?
Why do you sound like a Muppet? I'm sorry. That's offensive to Yoda's species. Oh, yeah. Got any tidbits about Bastila?
Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Even among the Masters and the Council, it is rare to find one so skilled in the art of battle meditation. Bastila was there when Revan was slain. Did you know that?
I had a vision about it. That was on my dreams. Wasn't it? Or what,
We,
who?
yeah,
The
we,
group of like three or four of them facing down. Was that Revan?
yes, I
It
think
was,
so.
right? Yeah. But then they never fought because something hit the ship and they all fell over, and then Revan was just gone. Something like that.
I can't fight. I've fallen over.
But sure, Karth probably talked about it.
Bastila herself does not like to talk about it. She was accompanying the strike team that confronted Revan when the Dark Lord was destroyed. Her role in the death of such a promising young Jedi as Revan upset her greatly. But Bastila knew she had to set her personal feelings aside for the sake of the galaxy and the Republic. The Force is strong with her now, and without her skill in battle meditation, we would have lost this war long ago. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you.
That's a lot to put on a Padawan. Also, she was like leading this squad of Jedi. Like she was front and center doing the talking when they confronted Revan. So I was just really surprised when they were like, oh, she's a Padawan, because she really doesn't seem like it.
Yeah,
But, okay, it looks like
it's
I
interesting.
have to take Bastila anyway, so that works out. I just don't
I
know
won.
about this guy. Because the first chance I give him to have some responsibility, he executes a prisoner in cold blood, just fries him right in his cell. Ruthless.
That did happen.
What were you
I think I
saying?
heard him. I think I heard him laughing too.
Give him another shot.
I demand justice. The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine.
Oh, this guy.
Must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake?
His eyes are
My son Shen is
blinking
missing.
at different
How can there be any
times.
doubt the Sandrals are to
I
blame?
just noticed.
There are other
Oh,
possible
really?
explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon
little
our
bit.
other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
I mean, that is the same guy, right? Who talked to me right outside the building to hunt
I
down
think
some.
so.
I shall look into it at once.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task
I
has its
will.
own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time, something which carries its own rewards.
Okay. And I am a consular after all. I specialize in mediating blood feuds, supposedly. Let's see.
I wonder
Sandral
how
Matale
long-
feud.
I wonder how long you're meant to have been here, canonically.
Oh, like how long was that training montage?
Yeah, for them to be like, we can't train you anymore.
You've
You're-
learned
you're good.
everything.
Yeah, you're good to go. I know people usually start here as children, but you're good.
All right. Interesting that the quest says on Dantooine as though I could go other places and then come back to this. But I would assume I need to do this before going anywhere else.
Yeah, there's a point where I believe it opens up and you have the Ebonhawk and you have some choices of where you can go next, if I'm not remembering that wrong. But
Oh, here we go. The other guy was the Mandalorian Raiders guy.
oh,
So
yeah.
I think that was a different thing. We gotta find this droid. Okay. Yeah, let's head back out. We're looking for any clues, I guess, about this disappearance, and then we gotta go find these ruins. So, I guess we will head out and look for that. I can't remember if we had already found where those were when we were on our way to the grove. The meditation grove.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me.
Okay, so you're gonna hang out here for a while. She'll probably join the party like whenever we're done here, whenever we're leaving. Oh, Bastila leveled up. Hmm. Why? I mean, I guess if it increases your defense, then it's one of those things that's good for everyone. But oh, she's a sentinel, right? So that means she's like the hybrid between like lightsaber combat and force powers.
I think
But
it has more to do with like getting extra skill points and feats, maybe. But I
okay.
could be wrong.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, she could use some more constitution. Everyone could always use more constitution. She was going down too quickly anyway. And might as well have her keep getting better at awareness and save that other point for later. And this other power, oh, she already has that. So I should look for something that I can upgrade to a better version before getting a new thing, probably. So I could get
I would think so.
I could get disabled droid as an upgrade to stun droid, or she can't get that yet.
Um,
Hmm.
the upgrade for cure, right?
Well, that requires level 12.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we will upgrade stun droid to disable droid, which is going to be... So, renders droids immobile for 12 seconds, and then they take damage. And the upgrade is shuts down all droids and inflicts damage. And then the final upgrade is just straight up destroys droids. Okay, look at that.
I'm guessing that works against turrets as well, like just anything,
Oh, that could be
anything
handy. Yeah.
machine based. Yeah.
Yes?
Okay. So, out here, path south, strange ruins. The strange ruins are... Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did find those. So that must be where we're going. And I wonder if we'll find any other clues about where to go for these other things while we're there, because it doesn't look yet like there's other places we can go. Like, we took the path south, and it led through kind of that field down to where the grove was, the meditation grove. I guess there could have been more stuff down there that I didn't get to. But we know where the ruins are, so we might as well head there.
Yes?
Actually, cure 16. Yeah, she needs to get the upgrade for that post haste. I'm also not sure if she's prioritizing it enough, but I don't really know how much control I have over... You know, do you remember in Dragon Age Origins, you could set like specific conditions that would trigger certain things? You
Yeah, that
know,
was awesome.
if you wanted to like just have someone's top priority be, as soon as your health drops below 50%, cast a heal or whatever, or,
Right.
you know, you could customize a lot of that really precisely if you wanted to.
Speaking of Dragon Age, that new trailer. Ugh.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Well, they're supposed to show some gameplay tomorrow, and I'm hoping that it looks nothing like the trailer whatsoever. There's a
That's
small chance, I guess.
I think that's a little optimistic.
Yeah,
maybe the trailer doesn't resemble the game at all.
yeah, maybe. I mean, it's happened before.
Yeah, I had ancient droid. Well, it is true. Apparently, in the Star Wars universe, thousands of years pass, well, with technology basically not moving.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that language is... That sounds like a Tusken Raider. Do they have
Oh,
those in...
yeah.
Do they have those thousands of years before Tatooine?
It seems like it's trying different languages to see if it knows one that you know.
Do you have any insight, Bastila?
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling
Oh,
through
yep.
a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
Oh, there we go. I recognize this one.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manan. Why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
The Builders. Not of the slave species and not one of the Builders.
It
Oh,
must
you
be
meant
referring
Revan.
to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
And they left it intact. Some type of guardian? Builders programmed me to enforce discipline among the slaves while this monument to the power of the Star Forge was constructed. All slaves were executed when they finished. Okay. Star Forge sounds important, and they capitalized it and everything. So what's that? The glory of the builders, the apex of their infinite empire, a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. Do you think maybe that's what Revan and Malak might have been looking for? That sounds very dark-sidey. You don't really know, do you?
The droid is
It's just
obviously
reading from the brochure.
The Star Forge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Or in fact, it could be anything.
Factory or weapons plant? Maybe of a sort.
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Star Forge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
What is your name? The great masters of the galaxy, the conquerors of all worlds. Okay.
In the years
Oops.
before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never
The
constructed
Hutts?
an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
So canonically, the Hutts were like the dominant species in the galaxy.
It's the first time I've heard of that.
How?
But I mean, she even just said that they never had an empire.
Yeah. The Selkath? Are they unique to this game, or are they from, like, are they part of Star Wars canon, like elsewhere also?
I've never heard of them,
Hmm.
but I mean, didn't the droid say that was one of the slave languages?
Hmm. Yeah, they were slaves and
Yeah.
servants of the true masters. Okay. None can stand against them, etc. Okay. Have you seen one recently? No builder has returned. This droid has one durable power source.
Yeah.
10 full revolutions of this system's outermost planet around the sun.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
Ah, the technology of the Starforge. Yeah, about the ones that came before. They proved themselves worthy. Oh. There was another who failed to unlock the secrets and paid the ultimate... Why am I getting Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade vibes?
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
He chose poorly.
Yeah.
Did you kill that Jedi over there? The temple's own protections will destroy those who are unworthy. Okay, how can I be worthy? Okay, so it looks like to the east and west there might be some puzzle rooms. And if you fail the puzzle, you die.
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
So the Starforge isn't here. There's just some secret knowledge about it here. But the Starforge is physically somewhere. It's a thing that exists somewhere that they're using.
It seems like it.
Maybe the secret is where it is. And how to use it. Nemo's remains. Can I pilfer his lightsaber? No, but... Finally some Jedi clothes, looks like. And a new crystal.
What's the council going to think when you come walking in wearing a dead Jedi's night robes as a Padawan?
Let's see. Oh. When did she get this regular Jedi robe? Well, she's not a knight yet. She's just a Padawan, so I don't think she's earned the right to wear this one.
If anyone's going to wear a robe they didn't earn, it's going to be us.
Do I have any particular reason to wear one of these instead of the heavier armor? So to even wear it, you need to have the Jedi defense feat, right?
Yeah.
It's a defense bonus of 2, though. Oh, I think it has a higher dex bonus than... Yeah. So it's 2 with a maximum bonus of 8. Wearing the regular combat suits has a higher base, but a lower maximum bonus. So that makes sense. Except for Davik's warsuit is actually better total. But for high dex, I guess that's another reason why Bastila's dex was her highest attribute. The Jedi armor has a high dex bonus. Okay, well, she can wear the regular robe. And... I'll wear the night robe. Oh yeah. Nice color.
That's pretty
Nice-
cool, actually.
Nice
Yeah.
fit. Looking good. Alright. Thanks, Nemo. And I bet if I try to open this door without proving myself worthy, I will just wipe the party.
My guess is it's just going to say it's locked.
Probably. Well, left or right? Oh, actually... Oh, that's where I came in, isn't it? And then this is... I don't know. I'm all turned around. I'm gonna go this way. Oh. We have a guardian droid. And some banners around the outside. What if... What if I stealth?
I'll avoid what I can.
Maybe that's the trial. I have to stealth up to this droid. And shoot it. I don't see anything... Oh, it's moving. Don't see anything else I can interact with in this room. Oh, there's a terminal here. Never mind. What happens... it's gonna be too close. Oh! Come back, party. Oh, look at me blocking those blasters. Sort of, half the time. Ooh! Ooh! Alright. Enough playing around. Okay. That's not optimal. Oh, it happened again as soon as I hit him. Does that mean... Maybe the trial here is to figure out how to attack this thing without... Ah, yes. I landed a whirlwind. Good time for a critical strike. Alright. We're getting there. Try that again. Shit. Medpack. Please. Hurry. Medpack. And another. And another. Wait. Oh, she has 0 force power. That's why she's not curing. I know. I will have this guy use a... flamethrower is not going to be good against the droid. And if I throw a grenade in there, it's going to hit everybody.
Ion grenade would probably do a lot more damage to the droid than to you, though.
Yeah, but Bastila's got a sliver of health left. An ion grenade might just kill her flat out. Maybe I'll
True.
wait for her to die and then throw an ion grenade. Yep, there she goes. Ion grenade. And another one. And another one. And another. I mean, he'll be fine. This little guy's gonna win the day for everybody.
And now it's a droid versus droid.
And another. As it should be. Energy shield. Attack. I think that did 0 damage, even when it hit. Yeah. This guy's weapons are not strong enough to pierce his defenses, even on a hit. Good thing I have one more ion grenade. Alright, little buddy, you've redeemed yourself. I guess maybe instead of curing, she should have tried using her fancy new stun droid skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, her energy takes forever to come back, too.
Sure.
I guess we will hang out for a while we wait for Bastila to be able to cure us. Okay. We have an ancient terminal here. Press many buttons at random. Sounds about right. How is my computer skill anyway? I don't even remember what Victor's computer skill is. Ooh. Does that mean I should go up to this as the droid? Because his... how do I swap to... Oh yeah, here we go. Total rank 20 for him. Total rank 0. Total rank 5. I'm gonna go with the 20 and see if that helps. Oh, failure. That looks like an automatic failure. Given no knowledge of the ancient system and a patent inability to read its output, your attempt is doomed. Why bother saying computer skill then? That sounds like the kind of thing that you can't pass. Talk to it? Okay, nothing happens. Kick it? Your foot hurts. Press a button. Nothing happens. Oh, look. This is new. Insert datapad. More familiar characters begin to appear. Hersiki Jusuf's own So H Itasukuf. Retrieve datapad.
What
stuck.
What if you try talking to it again? Like, what if it's trying to learn your language?
It's processing data from the datapad. Datapad is released. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Interrogative. Identify the 3 primary death-giving seed world types. Oh. As everyone knows, that is... oceanic.
No, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You probably wanted to go with barren, desert, and volcanic.
Well, yes. I realize now that death-giving... Okay. Hold up. Quickly cure everybody. And then... do it again. And then... you do one of these. I'm fresh out of ion grenades, too. That wasn't good. Well, we'll do the best we can. Anyway, yeah, that new Age of Mythology looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
I liked Age of Empires 4 decently enough, but Age of Mythology was always kind of my favorite of the series.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time playing that one.
Oh yeah, all those LAN parties.
Yep.
I always liked playing as the Greek one that gave... there was only one option that gave you Lightning Storm, and it was definitely not the best path to choose, but I always picked it because I thought Lightning Storm was the coolest looking power.
Yeah, I always went with the Egyptians, and I ended with whichever one gave you the the meteor shower at the end.
Oh, yeah. Is that Thoth?
Yes. Yes.
Also, that gave a little bit more XP, 25. Which means I could keep answering wrong over and over again to infinitely farm levels. It would just take several years.
Yeah, it would take a long time.
Okay, death-giving seed worlds. Maybe desert, volcanic, and barren?
That would be my guess.
I'm guessing arboreal, grassland, and oceanic are more lifey than those other three. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say desert, volcanic, and barren. Breaking death seal. Okay. I'm going to assume that a death seal is now broken.
I'm here.
What?
Excuse me? Okay. What about this side? I better save first, so I don't have to do that again. Wait. I don't think I actually saved. It keeps throwing me off because you hit save, and then it, you know, pauses and fills up a bar. So I keep thinking that's saving, but it's not. It's calculating the save file size or whatever.
Oh, right.
Another Guardian droid. Excellent.
I wonder if
Well,
it would help if you completed any outside quests first to try and get another level or two before you came in here.
well, possibly. You are targeting the wrong thing. Can I target the... This guy. Crit. Yeah, she's trying, and this thing is immune to whatever she's doing. Oh no. This one has a flamethrower. You know, I think maybe we should see if there's any more stuff outside that I could use to gain another level before coming in here.
Yeah, these things are tough.
Let's see. Medpack. The droid surely has, yep, advanced repair kit. And I will spam Force Whirlwind. There we go. More of that. It is helpless. Oh, it's not helpless anymore. Yes, now it's helpless. Perfect. It's all going according to plan. And another. And another. Nope, none of that. My force is depleted. Okay, we can still do this. Repair kit. Am I all out? Oh, here we go. Another med pack. Crit. Ah, there we go. Heal for 66, not bad. I think we can do it. Oh, a hit for 17, that's way better than a hit for 1 that I kept getting on that. Ah, there we go. And that gave me 400 XP. Oh. And here's some wreckage. Environment shield, light plating type 2, motion sensors. Okay. Maybe some new stuff for T3M4 to equip? I'm saving it again. Now, what do we have here? Talk to it. Insert datapad. Talk to it. There we go. Primary life-giving seed world types. So that's going to be desert, volcanic, and barren. But not really. Breaking life seal. So I would make fun of Nemo for failing this test. But you know, the first button I pushed, I failed the test. So hey. All right. I'm in. What's this? Is this the Star Forge? Probably not.
Probably a map.
This is the secrets to the Star Forge.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
Oh yeah, in that vision, Malik was still... He was still like, oh, we shouldn't go in there, you know, we're gonna get in trouble. So at that point, they were still, at least he was still not entirely dark-sidey.
Right.
Is this the Star Forge?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Star Forge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Star Forge ourselves. But we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
True. So what is it?
I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more. But I think this map might be the key to finding the Star Forge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan. There are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Star Forge itself might be.
I see. So we have to visit those places to find more clues to where it is.
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Star Forge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Star Forge. In some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
Okay. So the overarching goal has been laid out for us, it sounds like. We have to visit these worlds, find the clues on these worlds to where the Star Forge is, and find it and shut it down so that they can't use it to take over everything. And this is why... Wait, so they're already using it to churn out? Like, they said something about how this is how they're able to, you know, make so many ships or whatever it was. Like, this is how they're
create a fleet so quickly.
Dominating us so thoroughly, yeah. So they've been using it, and it's why that we're losing so badly. So we need to find it and shut it down. Although it kind of seems like closing the barn door after the horse is gone, or however the saying goes. Like, they already made an overwhelming fleet. It's not like it's going to be unmade if the Star Forge gets shut down. So I guess first we talk to the Jedi Council again. Still, I mean, unless there was something down on that path south that I missed. I don't know, maybe another part of Dantooine opens up? If not, I definitely need to go south again on that path south again, because there must be something down there I missed, because there's nowhere else to go. But there are multiple side quests here. So I guess if I mean, do you know if there's more, like, does a different part of the map open up, or do I just need to, I mean, the last time I went down there, I was kind of making a beeline for what seems to be identified as the Grove. Oh. Bastila falling behind. Somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember where everything is necessarily.
Where did you go? Well, T3, looks like we're on our own. Oh, there she is. We're over here. Hi. Hello? Hey. Oh, now she wants to talk.
How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Oh, jeez. Do we have to have this conversation now, Bastila? I mean, I get it. You're interested in more.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit, I find you intriguing. I mean, I find your command of the Force intriguing, but...
I find you intriguing.
Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected.
Oh, I understand why.
A literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Oh, really?
Not very good at talking to people, are
I was
you, Bastila?
referring to the bond we share, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Okay.
Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves? Most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now you're going to answer
Whoa,
my
where did that
questions,
come
or would
from?
you rather just keep annoying me?
Well, you just give me a few hours to come up with a good comeback to that one, and you'll be sorry. Alright then.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a lovable scoundrel. I'm already sick of this.
I'm a hut in human form.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Did I ever...
What?
I don't think I ever saw anything about that, but there's obviously only one real answer.
Didn't she say she looked at our record already?
She's quizzing us.
She would know this information. This is like super
Excellent.
basic.
Your current age is?
And she keeps saying, like, yes, good, correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't all this in the records you just said you looked at?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
Really subtle.
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies.
Well, if you say so.
Lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Okay. Fair.
I've played this game so many times, and every single time I forget how annoying Bastila is.
She's got a cool lightsaber, though.
She does. Yep.
I forget. Is it orange is the Sentinel color, or like I'm green because I chose
Yellow.
Consular, right? Or,
Yeah, yellow's the Sentinel color.
oh, it looks orange to me. But,
Yeah.
oh well. Yeah, I remember in Jedi Academy, wasn't there both a yellow and an orange? Or am I misremembering that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was before this became the explanation for the lightsaber colors.
Oh.
Because in the old, like the books and stuff before this game came out, it really just was like,
You have returned,
whatever
young
color
Padawan.
crystal you found,
Have you
that's what
discovered
color your
what it
lightsaber was.
that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
A map.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done.
Fair.
Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map
It's all
is
coming
likely
together.
a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
Nice. I know what 2 of those places are. I am ready.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet
Why
if we send
is
a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Why does it feel like that's always the state of things?
Yeah.
You know? Across thousands of years, that's always what's going on.
There's always an empire and a republic, and the republic is about to fall.
There's always a little band of ragtag rebels who are being crushed by the Empire, right? The Jedi are always on the brink of extinction. I mean, are they caught in an endless loop in the Star Wars universe?
Kind of seems that way for thousands of years.
That's why the technology never changes. They're just repeating time over and over. I mean, it can't be. I mean, when I watched The Force Awakens, that was probably like the most egregious example of just doing it over again that Star Wars has ever done, probably, to my knowledge. But, you know.
To be fair, there was a first and second Death Star in the original movies.
Yes, that too. That too. Our
I mean,
Death
it's
Star
fine.
got blown up, but we
It's
built
fine
another
now.
one.
Yeah. You know, it gets a pass now because those are the classic movies. But when you think about it, it's like, how did they decide to do another Death Star?
Right?
And
when
then
they were
just,
writing the 3rd movie, they were like, what if the Death Star got better?
Yeah. And then they just did an even bigger one for The Force Awakens, so.
yeah, it was just like Force Awakens had made me ask myself, like, did anyone at any point realize, wait a second, we're just making the same movie?
At
Hold
least I
on.
enjoyed. At
Hold on,
least I
guys.
enjoyed that one though. Yeah. Yeah.
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you.
Of course.
For there is a powerful connection between you two. A
I
connection
know. We were
that
just
might
trying
be
to tell
the
her
key
about it.
to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan.
She got real
And
mad.
Juhani has also asked to accompany
Here we
you.
go.
After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani
The Jedi
really
Squad.
fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
So naturally she turned in her red lightsaber. I wonder what color she'll be now. I'm gonna say blue. She seems like the combat-oriented type. Great.
Yeah.
Bastila and the Catwoman.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
All right.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan.
Ooh,
We
okay.
pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Thank you. I mean, forget the lure of the dark side being difficult to resist. I've accidentally stumbled down the dark side a couple times so far.
Yeah.
Just by being what, in my opinion, being perfectly reasonable and rational, you know, in my decision making. Just was like,
Right.
completely unjustly was like dark side points gained. Unbelievable. Anyway, yeah. It will be nice, like, this little droid has a computer skill of 20, right? The question will be, how do I know when I'm going to need a computer skill of 20 and when that's going to be better than just taking a squad of 3 Jedi, you know? What about Belia? Can she come with?
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this, you deserve the highest praise.
I know.
Yes. Praise me.
Alright. Where... See, now... Do I go to the Ebon Hawk, right? And... set off on these adventures? Or do I wander Dantooine looking for these bandits and this lost droid? I mean, obviously I should do that first. Yes. I don't think you're supposed to talk openly about it. Yes, yes. Just wanted to wish me well. And the Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. Such as... Oh, you're going to be the new chronicler. Creatures born of the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The... Okay, well, I was waiting to see if he would pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure this is like a generic, you know, alien voice line.
Yeah.
Terran Tatek? beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Oh, I was just reading about, what's her face? Tanel Ka from the Young Jedi Knights books, and how apparently she was ambushed by some Force hunting beast while meditating in a field or something like that. Which is yet another embarrassingly bad end from a cool character from those books, you know.
Right. Oh, is
Anyway,
that how she died?
I wonder if it was one of these. Apparently, I mean, I was looking on Wikipedia or something like that. I forget. And
Yeah.
yeah, apparently
There,
she I think fought in some war, but then came to the rather anticlimactic end of just like napping in a field or something, and one of these things just jumps her.
yeah, there was a really long series about this alien species from outside the galaxy that invaded, and that
Hmm.
series just went on and on and on, and it was a big war. And I
Hmm.
think the alien species, all of their technology was like organic, and
Oh.
uh, it was all kind of a like a blind spot in the Force. Like they couldn't sense them directly. The Jedi couldn't, or something like that.
Oh. Yeah, the last thing I remember from those books was something about Jason and Jaina fighting some giant worm or something like that, and they used the Force to stop its heart.
Really?
And that's
I
all
don't remember that.
that's the last thing I remember reading about. It feels the most recent anyway. I could
That's
be
from the Young Jedi Knight books again.
I think, but I could be confusing it with something else. Jedi are the prey of this thing, and they are resistant to the Force. Right, right. They were bred by... I think I read about this. We've not seen one in 40 years, which means we're going to fight one. Sounds like they're extinct. Hmm. They hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. Ooh, organizing a great hunt. Getting all bloodborne up in here.
Yeah.
Great hunt organized by the Jedi Council after the war against Exar Kun.
He was in one of the books.
Oh yeah? One of the Young Jedi Knights books?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
The Jedi Academy trilogy he was in.
Hmm. Almost all. Oh, nice. Korriban, one of the places we're going. The birthplace of the Sith. It sounds like that's the place we should save for last. It sounds like it's going to be the hardest.
I don't know if it matters. That one's pretty fun though, because you're like infiltrating a Sith Academy.
Oh.
That's probably my favorite one.
3 Jedi were appointed to continue the work, so there's still officially 3 Terran Taytek hunters around somewhere. Duran Keldroma, Gunhan Sarish, and Shayla Nur. They shared a powerful bond, like me and Bastila.
Yeah.
Resist the temptations of Korriban. So that whole place is just like a big magnet to the dark side?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, never mind. They all died. Hmm. And they decided not to go and kill the remaining ones. I don't know if that was the best move, because now we have to deal with them in the middle of also fighting the Sith again. Well, thanks. So when I find one, Or maybe if I go to where I suspect they are, I should actually not bring more Jedi with me. I should bring the normal fighty types, so they're not relying on Force abilities. Well, I still need to find all these other things on Dantooine. So, what if I just take a quick look down that path south again and see what I find down there before we go take off looking for adventures on other worlds? I could definitely use the XP because I am very close, seems like, to another level up. I mean, you know, a couple thousand away. Yeah, I mean, based on where they're standing and everything, it probably is down this way. There was a pretty big area, it seemed like, down south, and I kind of just made a beeline for the meditation grove. So, oh, Matale Grounds. Yeah, that's definitely related to this blood feud thing going on. Oh. I'd better save before approaching that group of people.
You might want to have Bastila cure as well.
True. Do you have any regular repair kits? Yes.
What?
There we go. What are you guys talking about over here?
You've been holding out on us again. If you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
Everyone settle down, I'm a consular.
Take my wife and children instead. Anything.
Oh, jeez.
What? What?
Wife and children. Sounds like
That was weird.
Mm-hmm. Duros Warrior, and Mandalorian. Huh. He seems like the toughest, so take out the little ads first, and then take down the big one. Whirlwinds. Close to attack range. Oh. Okay, they're pretty weak. Okay, I am slaughtering these guys. Kicking a lightsaber just isn't going well for him. See, it said immune again. I feel like Bastila keeps trying things that are immune, but instead of not doing it anymore, she just keeps blowing all her force power on spamming the immune thing.
Right. Hopefully she's not trying to cast disabled droid on that guy.
We did it. What was in this equipment pack? Nice, I'll take it. Remains. Cool. And what did that update? Were those the bandits that killed so-and-so? Yes. They did not seem as organized or as powerful as you had been led to believe. Perhaps you've not yet met their most powerful members. I see. Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff here. But it looks like... Okay, yeah, we can keep going this way. See what's down this path. And eventually it meets up with that meditation grove on the other side of the map. But I didn't notice this place. What is this? You look like you're going to shoot me as soon as I... Oh, never mind, you're not hostile. Hello?
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
By my authority. My weapons.
I am programmed not to respond to threats until attacked directly. I have been programmed to defend myself accordingly. But even if I am terminated, another will take my place. You will still be denied entrance. Leave immediately. Only those on official family business are permitted within the estate.
Official family business.
This is private property.
I am on official family
You
business.
have come from the Jedi Council. Master Matali wishes to
Yes.
I will inform him that you are here. Remain at this location until he arrives.
Excellent.
My protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored. Though I think your time
never.
would be better spent interrogating the Sandals as to the whereabouts of my son Shen.
Oh, right. It's this guy. Why are you so certain?
Many years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here, the Sandals arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since. The
I get it.
injustices the
I
Sandals
liked
have
living
committed
out in
against
the,
Matales are far too numerous to name. But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandral droids trespassing on my land.
I did enjoy moving kind of out of the town I was in and living in, I don't know, I guess it was semi-rural, but no internet service out there. I couldn't do it very long.
I have no idea what nefarious purpose lay behind their arrival. My own assassination, perhaps? Destruction of my property? Maybe a simple spy mission?
Sandral droids
My own
found
security
snooping
droids
around.
destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived.
Okay, well, never mind. Nope, I don't think the droids were very frightened.
It was shortly after this
'Cause they're
incident that
droids.
Shen, my only son and heir to the Matali estate, vanished. Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandral clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids.
That's not super obvious, but I will go and speak to him.
The only resolution possible is the immediate return of my son. Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Now I understand. I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done.
Oh.
I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for rescuing Shen from the Sandals. I will present the credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you.
I see. Make it 2. I should, let's see. What's the consular answer? Well, I'll just be, you know, soothing and diplomatic.
Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including raising the entire Sandral estate. Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
Sure. Okay. And you're not gonna let me explore in here, huh? Matale pass card? Ooh. That sounds like I could potentially kill him and take his pass card. I mean, he's not gonna give it to me. So if it says it's required, surely... It looked like there was more on the map down here, but doesn't actually look like there is. I think the path south over here is how we get down there. Okay, yeah, so there is plenty more. There was plenty more to see on Dantooine. Curious how much space each of these worlds is going to have. I mean, Terrace had like 3 different levels to it, I guess, and they were all a bit different from each other.
Yeah, I thought there was quite a bit to do on here, but I couldn't remember if you come back to this planet in the second game and if I was remembering that one instead. I don't remember which planets you go to in the second one versus this one.
Ooh. More of these. Yep, I remember my first time out exploring Dantooine and just slaughtering a bunch of these things. Good times. Oh. Right, this is where I went before. Because there's that ancient grove. So I'm looking for... Yeah, I want to keep going south over here. Maybe they won't... Oh, never mind. Well, have one of these. Saved. Have another one. Okay. Is it my charisma that... Which stat is the save? How can I make that happen less?
Yeah, next time you get a level up, we should look at that carefully.
Mm-hmm. No point wasting all my force power on a bunch of saves.
Right.
Well, there's a few hundred more XP. I'll take it. Yeah, I was reading actually yesterday about the remake for this game and how it was something like it was announced several years ago and then sort of just disappeared.
Yeah, I told you that I interviewed with them right before.
Oh, right, yeah.
It sort of all fell apart, and
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening right now. I saw some of the footage though of that, but yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked into what happened.
When does the Bloodlines game come out? The Vampire the Masquerade game.
I can't remember if that was supposed to be later this year or next year. I think later this year, but I don't remember.
Huh, this seems familiar.
The Council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Santos are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
Witch hunt. They wouldn't use that phrase in this universe, really, would they? It's like when the Urukai say meat's back on the menu, even though menu is a French word that they wouldn't use.
Well, there's the witches of Dathomir, but yeah, I don't think they ever would have said witch hunt in those terms. I thought it was weird when the Jedi referred to somebody as Mr. Matale. Like, Have you ever heard them use the word Mr. in Star Wars before?
I don't know. I like those little language quirks and I think I've mentioned this before. Like when it's a translation of something, but the English translation is like a pun or a rhyme or something like that. It's like a play on words that only makes sense in English. Like, how much license did they take? You know, did they just try to be a little flexible and preserve the spirit of what was said, but make it like kind of fit the same thing and rhyme in English? You know, I always wonder how those kinds of things work. Ah, yes, Be nice and neutral, diplomatic.
Nurek left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurek will meet with you there.
Excellent.
I wouldn't think a droid would be able to make exceptions to its orders.
I'm going to use my judgment here and
disobey. My protocol droid that you wish to speak to me?
Indeed. Again, more diplomatic.
I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
Jedi are renowned for their fairness in pursuit of justice. There is nothing to fear from us, unless you have something to hide.
I trust you will show yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
It's not a great line to use if you're trying to make someone trust you, Bastila.
This guy seriously is going to set his droids on us? Like, what does he think the council's going to do if he does that?
Know something about Shen?
My name is Rahasia. Nurek is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with
Cassis now.
He is convinced the Metales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
These two families are just like exact mirrors of each other.
Yes, Cassis was my brother. He was working on archaeological digs here in Dantooine when he disappeared. My father blamed Alan Matale and his son. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
Yeah, what's going on here?
You must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Go
tell
on.
us what happened.
He is holding him prisoner here in the compound.
Thank
He feels
you.
this is a way to get back at the Metales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No. Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Metales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I'm afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
This sounds like a issue for a consular to solve. What happened to Cassis?
Take your father out right now, then. Thank you for telling us. Down he goes.
I am worried for him, truly. But I do not believe Alan Matale had anything to do with it. And now my father may take it out on Shen. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
It's okay, Bastila can shut them down.
Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
Got it. And I'm looking for the rear door to the estate. A key to the rear entrance. Okay. So I should go back outside and around the other side of the building? I assume? Yeah, so this council on Dantooine, they're the council here, but this is just like one Jedi enclave among, you know, however many? Like this is the council of Dantooine, or are these like some kind of, are these the Jedi council?
I don't remember exactly. I think that was an option. You could have asked him, isn't the Jedi Council on Coruscant? When you were first talking to them, and I don't think you picked that one. But it could be that this is the council, but they're in hiding because of the Sith. I don't know.
That door wasn't even locked, so... And that's it. That's the only other door. So maybe this is it? If there is a rear door, this is the only other one. Oh. Well, I think we're here. Let's start rampaging. Yep. Flash mines sound useful. Skill too low.
Yes?
How's your... Oh, there's no way this little droid has demolition skill. Well, he's better than me, and better than Bastila, so you may give it a try. Oops.
Sure.
What can I do?
Recover. Skill too low. What about disabling? There we go.
Yes?
Okay. Well, on the map, it looks like we have... Huh. Quite a lot of rooms to check. Might as well loot these.
No problem.
No problem. I'll take all the med packs I can get. This door was mine, so it must be important.
Got it.
Well, I'll take an advanced med pack. Oh, hello. Two of them. Let's go. Oh, three of them, actually. Okay, good. She is using Cure. It would just be nice if whatever she's attempting to do that people are immune to, she would stop attempting to do it over again.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Nice little level up. Check this footlocker for parts. Check this terminal. Area schematic. I do not have enough spikes for that. Well, what's going on in these hallways? I think that's where we just were. Oh, if I had a lot more spikes, I could turn the droids against them. South hallway. There's a guard. Security computer room. Oh, look, it's me. Central security room. Yep, more guards. Oops. Oh. Damn, I wish I had one more spike. Looks like this one would just probably kill those guards.
Oh, yeah.
Repair room. Alright. Well, nice little tour there. Items lost. Ooh. Attack. Alright, I gotta level. So, persuade, obviously. Treat injury. And should I have two people with cure? Maybe that would be nice. I can't upgrade to force wave yet. Oh, but what about throwing lightsaber? The attack always hits 1 to 6 damage for every 2 levels. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Nice to have an attack that always hits.
Yeah. It's the magic missile of KOTOR, Star Wars.
Does magic missile always hit?
Wait a second. Does it? I thought it did. Maybe I'm thinking of Swift from Pokemon and confusing it with Magic Missile from Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
I mean,
Swift always hits, I think, yeah.
I mean, they're kind of the same thing. Although she doesn't have... I don't think she has Force... I don't... Yeah. Some of these aura things that are good for the whole party might be good.
Have you been using them, though?
Well, I don't think Bastila even... She has Cure, but does she even have... Well, maybe I did give her Force Aura. Or she had it already. I don't want to give anybody, like, too many separate powers, because they'll just nuke their Force power so quickly. I mean, yeah, you only have so many Force power points to spend.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to give myself Throw Lightsaber. You have gained new powers, add. And then the upgraded version... Oh, okay. 3 separate targets instead of 1.
Oh.
So the damage doesn't go up, except that it goes up with level. So, cool. Now, you. Might as well get some more awareness? I don't know. What should Bastila even... I mean, it's hard to know what to invest in when everything else is at 0. I guess just treat injury. Feats. Oh, she can get this one. So that'll reduce the penalty for her attacks from -4 to -2 That seems really nice.
That seems great. Yep.
Oh yeah, she does have Force Aura and Force Shield. I don't know if she was using it. I see her using Cure, and I see her using something that the enemy is immune to. Oh, and she has energy resistance. Maybe I should upgrade that. Because she still can't get the better heal. And she can't... Wait. Oh, I was like, why is this not available? She's definitely level 6 by now, but apparently only I can pick Dominate Mind.
Yeah, because that gives you options in your dialogue. It's like an extra persuade, basically. Yeah.
Well, I could upgrade Stun to Stasis. Otherwise, it's... Oh. I mean, I could upgrade her Force Push, too. But since I already have Force Whirlwind, maybe I'll give her something that I don't have. So I'll go with Stasis. And then you... Probably just going to keep these evenly spread out. Yep. And can you get... Ooh, yes. Master Gear Head. +3 to repair security and computer use. Hell yeah. All set.
Sure.
Okay. Now, which way? Looks like we're going to keep exploring this way. Keep looting the footlockers. It's locked.
No problem. Got it.
Oops. And it's empty. This one. Oh, that leads to a control room. Ooh. Grenade. And whirlwind. Critical attack. And that grenade did very little damage. Oh yeah. Our lightsabers are doing more damage than frag grenades. What a cool pose. Look at that cool green lightsaber. Continue the rampage. Did I take a feat for blaster bolt deflection? Or is that just something I have as a Jedi? I can't remember now.
I think that might have been the Jedi defense.
I think so, yeah. Yep, got a few more. Okay. Oh, hello. It's you again.
Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something. There are many...
Okay, okay.
Please,
that's fine. Can I loot your stuff? Don't mind me. And... ooh. Hello. It's a good thing they're all droids, so this is morally neutral.
Yeah, I mean, it's destruction of property.
Faulty war droid. Not much use in repairing it when I just killed everything in here. Oh, prison key. That'll be useful. Huh. Okay. Now, which way... Exit holding cell? Oh, I bet it's the holding cell. But that just means... that means I went the very long way around, but it's just as well because the key was over on this side. And it's mined.
What can I do?
Give it a try. Hey, good job. Hello. Found you.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
I am not working for your father. I'm here to rescue you.
Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
I killed everything out there.
It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
How noble. But you're coming with me. We can take her too.
If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Noble.
I was taught to hate the Sandrals, to think of them as evil and subhuman. But from the moment I saw Rahasia one day in the city, I knew that my father was wrong. She was like an angel, all white silks and perfume, seeming to float above the crowds.
All right, settle down.
Done but fall in love with her. For months I wooed her and tried to win her heart. I believe I have succeeded, but now this has happened. Our families are always coming between us one way or another. Please find her and convince her to run away with me.
Figures the kids are in love. Well, where was she again? Just around the corner down there, I think. Let's go. This way. Hello.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
Come with me.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me walking in the halls,
come on.
Suspicious. I can't
You
risk it.
too.
I know Shen would rather die than leave me.
All the
alone
droids
to
are
face
dead.
The wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
All right, I mean, we can go now. You really didn't even have to run ahead, because, like, we're ready now. But, back we go. Hey, did you see her run past just now?
You're back. Have you spoken to Rahasia?
Yes.
I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Oh. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if we would find that
You're safe.
missing droid in there too.
Oh, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
You're welcome. No problem.
No, we know that you must have gone to great personal risk to get us out of the Sandral estate undetected.
Undetected? Are you kidding? Always turn down the money. You get better rewards that way.
But surely we can...
Uh-oh. Now the two dads are going to show up and have it out. They're going to find out their kids love each other.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father.
Mr. Sandral.
Donkey!
I knew this was all your doing. Knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Y'all are too much.
Please listen to him, Father.
Why should I listen to the Jedi? All you want is to remain with that Sandral harlot.
My daughter is not a harlot, Matale dog!
There was a TNG episode with this plot. I don't know if you've watched any of that one, but
that's not too surprising. I don't remember if I've seen that one or not.
Why don't you try listening to your children?
Our children don't know enough of what's good for them to make a reasonable decision.
It's better to let older, wiser heads like ours make the decision.
Oh,
Rahasia and I don't want
please.
you to make decisions for us. We want to live alone away from you.
You insolent boy! If you want to live alone, then so be it. I disown you. Never set foot in my house again.
Wow, how quickly you completely change your mind about... Jeez.
Yeah. Older and wiser, huh?
Rahasia, you will not leave with this Matale boy.
I am, Father, and you can't stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl.
And we're both gonna be Jedi. Do not try to force them to return.
You expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahasia.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
It is your fault, Alan. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war droids.
Your droids look identical to each other.
Like, the sad thing is, I'm just sitting here thinking, how could people be this dumb? And then I realized that probably, like, a good portion of Americans would be just like this.
It's surely the consular approach to tell them to shut up, right?
To just yell, shut up.
Do
Yeah.
not tell me what to do, Jedi. The Council will hear of the trouble you caused here today. Indeed they shall.
Well,
Hey,
the Council's going to hear the trouble you caused today.
Look, I successfully united them. Now they both hate me.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, nobody died.
I somehow got light points for that, which I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, nobody died. I sacrificed my own standing with both of them in order to at least get them to stop fighting each other.
You turned down the reward as well.
True. Well, So they went back to the Enclave. Let's see if we can find them. You again.
How can I help?
Something you want to talk about, Bastila?
I do. How did you know?
Well, you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I feel... whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training.
We just got light side points.
Control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
Not wrong, I guess. Blink once for dark side, twice for light. I am a lovable scoundrel at heart, after all.
This is not a joke. The choices you make could affect both our destinies. Not to mention the fate of the Republic and the entire galaxy. There is much at stake. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Alright.
That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There is great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
Yeah, so it works both ways, right?
Yes, that is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master.
Okay, I wasn't really asking for that, but...
There are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming.
Well,
your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
But you said at one point, right, that it's possible to influence her to lean a little more dark side?
Oh yeah, she'll go full dark side if you want.
I mean, it would be funny to see. After all this.
I mean, you could switch and go dark side. I mean, there's tons of dark side options on Korriban.
Oh, I bet. I'll just have to do what feels right for my character in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, trying to be neutral or light side at the beginning and then going dark over time makes more sense than like setting out with the idea that you're going to make every horrible mustache twirling villain choice.
Setting out with good intentions and then in the moment being like, well, I kind of want to do that instead does make more sense.
Yeah.
Where did those two run off to? Where would they be? Oh, I need to go here anyway. I forget if they actually had med packs or... Oh, thanks. Let's see what you have. Med packs. Oh, damn, I'm pretty broke. What do I have to sell?
You bought a lot of grenades.
Oh, true, and then I threw them all.
Yes, you did.
Well, I'll sell these. And these. Don't need all these shock sticks. What is this?
Well, you got that from Master Nemo.
Yeah.
His body.
produces a fiercely bright beam that sears on contact, inflicting great damage. That sounds good.
Yeah. That's an upgrade crystal for your lightsaber.
I don't need 4 blaster pistols. Maybe I'll save 1 for safekeeping. Alright. Good enough. Maybe. Alright. I have a few more now. So I'll buy these. And... oh, what's this? Another named thing. I don't know who Sanasiki is. But they used this weapon to kill Nelanik. Disrupts droid opponents. And it protects against lightsaber damage. Just buy a few more of these. Cool. Now just need to find what's his face and what's her face. Shen and Rahesia. Maybe those rooms that I saw in the beginning up at the top here are where they ran off to. Because I don't think I actually saw anything in them before. And I still see nothing in them. Okay. Well, there's one more spot I can check. And that's up here. Oh no, that's just the training room. It's just another door to the training room. Alright, well then, I don't know where they disappeared to. Is it even in my journal anymore? Oh. There's still some Mandalorian raiders somewhere around here that I haven't found their leader yet. Definitely need to... oh, and the quest disappeared. The Blood Feud quest looks like it's gone. So I guess that was the end of it anyway. I just figured when they said they were going to the Enclave that they'd be somewhere around here to follow up with.
Yeah, it might have just been story-wise that they said that, and it doesn't actually affect the game.
Yeah. Alright, well maybe next time we can have one last look down in that southern area, see if we can track down the leader of the Mandalorian raiders as well as the missing droid. And that'll be it. And then we can take off. And go to... I always thought it was pronounced Kashyyyk. Like, I feel like maybe in some other Star Wars games they pronounced it that way. But they are consistently pronouncing it Kashyyyk here.
Yeah, I thought it was Kashyyyk as well.
Anyway. We still got these companion-specific quests. Other than that, we got to look for the droid next time. We got to look for the Mandalorian Raiders leader. And then we are going to Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk, or Tatooine, or... what was it? Manan? Was that it? And Korriban? Korriban?
Yeah.
So we got 4 places to go. We're looking for pieces of the puzzle to where the Starforge is so that we can find and shut down the Starforge. So we've got our big picture coming together. We solved... We had our first big test as a consular, maybe the second one. I guess the first one was convincing Juhani to come back from the dark side. And then we solved this family feud. This, well, not really. But we at least solved it for Rahesia and Shen. So we made some good come out of it, even if the two dads are probably just going to throw droid armies at each other until the end of time. So, job well done. So, we're almost ready to leave Dantooine. So thank you so much for watching this episode of KOTOR. We'll see you next time.
See ya.